Next year in 2023, there's no doubt that the NRL is going to be turned on its head with the new team, the Dolphins, formerly known as the Redcliffe Dolphins, and the signings that they've made during this huge off-season. There's still another year until this club enters, but with Wayne Bennett at the helm, there is a lot to talk about. Let's meet the NRL's newest club, the Dolphins. Well, let's meet them, shall we? Felise Kaufusi, the Melbourne Storm's back rower. He's played for Queensland, he's played for Australia. He made his debut back in 2015 and he's been successful in the NRL, winning multiple premierships. I think Felice's form has probably dropped off over recent seasons, so I think to be under a coach like Wayne Bennett, he's already had that X-factor coach of Craig Bellamy, and we've seen him at his best, so it's going to be an interesting one. When I first saw it, it was an interesting signing. He recently surpassed 150 NRL games, so he'll be around that, close to that 200 mark by the time that he gets the Dolphin, and he's just getting older and older, but at the same time, he's a player that puts effort in, week out. His tackle efficiency record's still pretty good at 96.5. Did the signing surprise me? Well, yes and no. I didn't personally know that Felise Kaufusi was one of those players off contract. There were a lot of players that were in the talks for different positions, and Felise Kaufusi, for mine, wasn't really one that was being thrown around, but it's been made official that for 2023, the Dolphins, Felise Kaufusi, will join the club. Another back rower, and arguably can play hooker, but we have seen not a great performance against the Penrith Panthers in the elimination final. Obviously, Parramatta Eels without Reid Marnie, but Ray Stone, our backup hooker. Obviously, Joey Lussick was our backup hooker, but he has since gone to England. There's been other options, but Ray Stone has also signed with the Dolphins. I'm so close to calling them the Redcliffe Dolphins, so I do apologise. That title has officially been removed. 28 NRL appearances since debuting in 2018, so he's been very versatile, especially off the bench. He's got a 92% tackle efficiency and an average of 400 run metres looking like per season. So, look, Ray Stone, he's a player with a lot to offer. He's still very, very young as well, so I think he's going to do really, really well. Don't know where he's going to play at the Dolphins. I don't think you'd put him as a genuine hooker. I think you'd put him into either a lock or a back row position. Plays well off the bench. But Ray Stone is part of the Dolphins for 2023. The Dolphins have made an impressive signing, in my opinion, here. He's a very underrated fellow, and I honestly think he can revive his career. We've seen him in some great form. I remember, I think it was Broncos and Roosters back in 2018. He had an exceptional game. He's a great goal kicker, and it's Jamayne Isaako. He can play on the wing. He can also play at fullback. So it's going to be interesting. I feel like the Dolphins eventually are going to pursue Kalen Ponga. That's my opinion. And if that happens, then Jamayne Isaako probably drops to the wing rather than in the fullback, but I definitely think he deserves a spot in the side. He made his debut back in 2017. He's probably going to cap that 100th NRL appearance next year, just fall short this year. He might make it, we'll wait and see, but he's played 76 NRL games, 50 goals in the 2021 season, and six games in just 18 appearances. As I mentioned, goal kicking's a great thing. The missed tackles are an issue, but as an attacking player, I think Jamayne Isaako is a really good signing. It's something that went under the radar. As I was making this video, I found out they had signed him. There was nothing confirmed to say that it had happened, but there's a lot out there now to prove it. Just yesterday, the Dolphins made a really interesting signing, and this one, I haven't actually seen the official deal. However, I don't think it'll be more than 2 to 3 years. This is a player who is now age 32. He's been through his best moments, in my opinion, but as for leadership, he is a captain, so Look, it could be a great signing and they could get the best out of him, but you don't see NRL players playing past the age of 35 these days. But I'm talking about Jesse Bromwich. He's going to be split up from his brother Kenny Bromwich. He made his debut for the Storm back in 2010, so he's had 12 years of NRL under his belt, 272 appearances. He will probably play his 300th NRL game with the new club, the Dolphins, in 2023. It's a really, really interesting signing, this one. But as I mentioned, that leadership is great. But yeah, the signing of this one shocked me just a little bit. And the final current signing for the Dolphins is someone who made their debut all the way back in 2012. He's had a decade of experience previously with the Canberra Raiders. Almost can say that he is a premiership winning prop, but he fell just short in the NRL Grand Final between the Rabbitohs and the Penrith Panthers. He's become a bit of a cult hero in recent seasons, and I've really liked his form, especially in 2020. I thought he was very, very underrated coming off the bench, but he's regularly starting now for the Bunnies, so it's a really great signing, this one, and it is Mark Nicholls. Once again, age 32, so not sure how many years you're going to get out of him, but definitely a consistent player. He's had 110 NRL appearances against multiple clubs, and once again, take this with a grain of salt. It is being reported, this particular signing, but I think the amount of pages that have reported this, it's pretty much all but wrapped up that Mark will be leaving the Rabbitohs at the end of this season and making the trip up to the Dolphins land. So a future video could definitely include me doing a predicted 1 to 13 or a 1 to 13 just off contract for this Dolphins team that will be coming into the NRL next year. But these are the signings that the Dolphins have made. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Go and check out my interview with Shane Flanagan. That is a video recently put up on the channel, the return of the EH show. And I did a video on Rugby League Live 5 as well. Looking forward to the NRL season. It's going to be a huge year. Have a good night and I'll see you guys later.